The majority of messages I get either via email or DM usually go like this. Kelsey, how can I become an interior designer? Do I need to go to school? Which school should I go to? What kind of job can I get? What skills do I need? Well, young grasshoppers, today is your lucky day because I'm going to answer all of those questions and hopefully some more in today's video, so stay tuned. Hello there, my name is Kelsey and I am the founder and creative director of KLSY Design Studio, a full-service interior design firm specializing in commercial spaces for small and boutique style businesses. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button for more interior design related content. Follow us on Instagram and check out our website at www.klsy.design, where you can sign up for our email newsletter to gain access to our free designer cheat sheets. So you want to become an interior designer professionally. Before I get into the details of how exactly you can do that, I will ask you this question. Do you actually want to be a professional interior designer, or do you want to be a decorator? If you don't know the difference between the two, then go watch this video first. The link is going to be down below as well. If you want to pick out cute accessories and tchotchkes, then this video is not for you. But if you're interested in designing things like hotels, workplaces, and even hospitals, if you have a dream of working at some of the largest and most well-renowned design and architecture firms in the world, or if you're looking for a career that marries both art and architecture, then this video is most certainly for you. I want to first talk about what skills are needed in this field and what you can expect from a profession like this. Like I mentioned before, interior design is a combination of art and architecture, creativity with technicality, which means you will be training both parts of your brain. As a designer, you obviously need to have artistic vision and knowledge of the basic principles of art, such as color, balance, form, and scale. You need to be able to craft a design story and concept for your projects, so being able to take information that your client gives you and figure out how you can translate that into the physical space with color and materials and lighting. If you're worried about your art abilities and whether or not you can draw a stick figure, I would definitely say that it's helpful to know how to draw and sketch for like conceptual reasons. But in today's world of technology, it's not really needed anymore. So the long and the short is you do not need to be an artist, quote unquote, to be an interior designer. I just heard like 18 of you out there go, But you do need to be creative and have a good eye for design. On the technical side, there are several computer programs you will need to learn, the most important ones being AutoCAD, Revit, and SketchUp. And there's like many more out there, but those are the core three. Interior designers will need to know how to draft plans and other construction documents, as well as model spaces in 3D. Detailing is also really important. A detailed drawing is a drawing that shows the construction of something, such as like how a piece of cabinetry is put together or like the inside of a wall. Knowing how things are constructed is such a huge part of our job because it allows us to make educated design decisions rather than simply looking at everything from strictly an artistic lens. Building codes are a big part of both design and construction, and although designers aren't expected to know building code like the back of their hands like architects are, they are expected to know the basics. This includes things like ADA accessibility, emergency exiting, and basic fire code. Now that you have a general understanding of the kinds of skills and knowledge you will need to perform this job, we can talk about the education requirements that you need to get them. So just like an architect, interior designers, especially in the commercial space, must have the proper education. In order to work for any professional design or architecture firm, you must have, at minimum, a bachelor's degree in interior design. Depending on the school you attend, you can either earn a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Fine Arts. Both of these degrees are acceptable. However, each of them come with their own trade-off. It all depends on your goal. Although the exact curriculum will be different at every single school, there are some general things to look out for when selecting a school program. As a general reminder, you should always consult an advisor to help you make the right decision when it comes to schooling. I am not a school advisor. I am simply giving my experience and opinion. The general difference between a BS degree and a BF degree is that a BS offers a more technical education, whereas a BFA, you can assume that the person has an art-forward education. I'll elaborate further. In a BS program, you're probably going to be more heavily focused on learning computer programs, detailed drawings, project management, and other skills directly relating to the more technical side of the trade. You will still be taking art classes and working on creative projects, but it's not like the main focus of the program. In a BFA program, the majority of your art classes will be art classes. The majority of your classes will be art classes or more conceptually focused classes. which will allow you to expand your mind creatively and think from a more conceptual perspective. You will probably still learn CAD and how to draft plans, but you may not have much of the more technical experience in some more complicated programs like Revit. Again, the school you choose should reflect your ultimate career goal. If you desire a job working alongside architects on large-scale projects, then a BS program would probably be better for you. But if you want to work with an artist or in design consulting or something like furniture and fabric design, then a BFA would be better for that. A very important note about selecting a school, you always want to make sure that whatever program you select is CETA accredited. This means that the school offers an education that is compliant and well-rounded, so you can be sure that you're getting a quality education that will actually prepare you for a career as a professional interior designer. Although certifications are not required, they can absolutely benefit you professionally and help you expand your knowledge after college. Knowledge after college. The most popular of those is the NCIDQ. The NCIDQ is an exam that designers can take after they've completed the proper schooling and an X amount of years working already in the professional career. It proves that the designer is qualified and competent and that they have the proper knowledge, skills, and experience. And it also gives them additional legal benefits and protection in many cases. In many states, interior designers can actually sign and seal their own drawings, interior non-structural drawings, which means that you do not need to hire or consult an architect or an engineer to do that for you. It comes with a lot of power. There's so much more that I can get into about the legal restrictions and rights that you have when being NCIDQ certified, which I would love to get into in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Two more popular qualifications are LEED and WELL. Having a LEED accreditation proves that you have knowledge in sustainable building practices and that you are committed to designing in line with those practices. This can include selecting sustainable materials or designing in a way that makes a building more energy efficient. WELL is similar, but it focuses more on the health of the humans in the space rather than the building itself. The WELL exam proves that the designer has knowledge about what contributes to the health of humans and users and that they have a duty to design spaces in accordance with that. Like I said, none of these are required, but many designers choose to take advantage of them to expand their knowledge after college, prove their competence, and even earn some professional and financial advances at work. Let's talk about some of the different career paths you can take as an interior designer. The most obvious one is working for a design or architectural firm. This is the most common entry point to the profession, and I would probably say 90% of students do that after college. You can also work for a small company that specializes in a specific sector, such as healthcare or hospitality, or you can work at a large firm that has projects in every sector and can allow you to be a part of huge projects with big teams. The sky's the limit really on the kinds of projects that you can design for. Some people hate commercial design, and that's totally fine. Residential firms tend to be smaller or one sole owner. Some people have a dream of owning their own design studio or company. I don't know why, those people are out of their goddamn minds. But if you're fresh out of college, I wouldn't suggest that right away. You don't know what you don't know. So please, I suggest you work for someone else or for a larger firm for a bit, at least before you decide to venture out on your own. Another route you can go is design sales. This is where you work for product manufacturers such as furniture designers or fabric and wall covering companies. And your job is to help the designers specify those products for their projects. So you're not directly designing things, but you're still immersed in the design world and you have direct access into it. This is a really great career path for people that are really outgoing and active, or the thought of working a desk job at a computer all day makes you want to gag. If you're interested in a career in design sales, I suggest watching this video where I actually sat down with some friends to discuss in depth what it's like to be a sales rep. The last type of career I'll mention, I'm calling like design consultation. Instead of designing your own projects for your own clients, you can work simply as a consultant to give companies or people design advice or advisorship. This could look like partnering with a brokerage to help them strategize when it comes to the marketability of their vacant spaces, or maybe working directly with one specific client to lead the development of their store locations. An example of this would be like you're working directly for Starbucks. Starbucks has a very specific design criteria that they use for all of their locations across the world. They usually hire out to an architect of record to actually complete the drawings and build them, but they have in-house designers to help with the development process of new locations, and they also can help help manage the projects and the company overall visualize how they want to aesthetically take those stores in the future. And that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified when we post another video. Be sure to click the bell down below. Follow us on Instagram and check out our website at klsy.design so you can sign up for our email newsletter and get access to those cheat sheets if you are a designer. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next Monday.